It don't matter the color of the skin, either woman or man, just let the case land. It's here, it's in safe hands. This is God work, not a fake plan. Too many kids being found in these lakes, man. This is MTGV, and you with Miss V. She keep her ear to the street, like a drum to a beat. This is the
Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to MTGV Crime Podcast. Please smack that thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you have not. And drop down in the comments and let me know who's here.
Just so you know we don't go for those that's taking these souls. We know, but it's getting so out of control. Thank you for tuning in to MTGV, True Crime TV. Y'all know what it is, man. Team Vibe, Miss V. And make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. And make sure you leave a comment too. Yeah. We're gonna see you on the flip side, man. Until then.
Shout out to everybody in the building. Today we're gonna be talking about Jelani Day. There's been some new video footage that came out that I actually dropped the other day. So yesterday, I wanted to give everybody a chance to look at it. I don't want to tell people what to see, but I do have some little clips from that. Welcome in. Thank y'all so much for coming in. Please be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that thumbs up. Shout out to everybody in the building. So, yeah, it's a lot to talk about concerning Jelani Day. This is a case I've been covering since 2021, and his case is still not solved. 25-year-old who was a student, and he came up missing. Found, 11 days later, a body found in a river. 30 days later, identified as Jelani, and he's had 3 autopsies. It's just been so much with the type of cases that we've been covering over here, appearing that law enforcement not doing their job, not connecting with the families who have lost their loved ones and telling them that they unalive themselves. Like, nobody is trying to hear that. He was going to school to become a doctor. He was very happy. He was very vibrant. He was the life of the party. Any room he entered, he was not a person that would unalive himself. He was very much looking forward to taking care of his mother and his father. He was going to donate to his father because he needed a transplant of some sort due to cancer. And because they took his son from him, took his son out of this world, they also took him because he was not able to get his transplant. And he passed away, I think it was like 7 months. 7 months after Jelani was taken from here. His mother has been fighting ever since. And, something about this footage that's been released. Somebody requested the Freedom of Information Act. I know that Carmen has this information because she's been going over it in her own time or whatever. I haven't seen that she posted anything about the Freedom of Information Act on any of her pages. But the last time I did a video, I played a part where she was very upset with somebody that was posting things online, building their own narrative about Jelani, pretty much on the sides of the cops, right? She even said the person's name, and she was very emotional. So right before I went live, I noticed that this is the person that actually posted these videos from the Freedom of Information Act because they requested it. Now, it sounds like their goal is to probably, side with the cops and clear the cops, right? That's what it seems like. So it looks like we got a candle hacks in the Jelani Day case as well. And Carmen spoke on him, and she wasn't happy and asked the person to contact her. So pretty much, the documents seem legit though, but It's just a lot, y'all. It's been 3 years, like 3 years. And still, this mother has no justice for her son and other people that want to defend other things. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to let these videos, let these clips play. And I need to pull up some more. So this is footage of Jelani leaving school that day. Again, I did a video already on it. I think it was like a 9 or 10 minute video showing all of the footage because I can only put so much in here. But with this clip, they just showed Jelani coming into the school gates and leaving. So that's what that one is. Then we have so like right when he turns that corner, I don't know, like I went on Google Maps and I like drove from the school to the dispensary. So I don't know where he went directly after this. He didn't show up to the dispensary until 9 when they opened or whatever, but this was around 7 something. So I'm not sure, like this is the route from the school though to go to the dispensary. It's only 6 minutes away from the school. The fact that he had his clothes changed, I don't know if he changed clothes in the car or not, or where he went to change his clothes, but clearly his clothes were changed when he went, by the time he went to the dispensary. And I don't even think I put the one picture in that shows what he had on, but it might, yeah, it's on one of these video clips here. So this is him going to the dispensary. This is before he even pulls up in the parking lot. So one of the things that I noticed with this particular footage is that, see how he's pulling in? To me, it looked like he was going to go to that front spot and then he changed his mind. See how he kind of, and then whoop. Yeah, it's like he changed his mind. Why didn't he park right there? It's not a handicap spot. Nobody's parked there. He decided to park way back there. I definitely would have parked in the front. Let me know where y'all would have parked. So, of course, people suspect that somebody could have been in this car at this time. It don't make sense. So one thing I don't know is if Jelani was known to smoke. So this is another thing that's familiar, like similar with Javion, is that, I mean, he did some things that was questionable as far as buying sheet wraps and all of the stuff too that we found out that was placed around Javion. My point is, it seems like they got to be tainted some kind of way. So let's send him to get some marijuana. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how we're thinking. Like, I never heard his mother clear up or say if he was a smoker or not, but the behavior, it just don't make sense. To be at school, to meet the professor or whatever, and then end up changing your clothes, never going to do exactly what you were supposed to do, was something about a TB test. And we're going to get into that because I actually have the pieces of the Freedom of the Information Act that shares their text messages that day. So I'm going to read them. I don't know if I'm going to put them, I didn't put them in here. But yeah, so that's that part. In this video, I didn't show, this was just him walking in. And I showed him walking out. One thing I noticed, by the time he walked out, the parking lot was kind of busy to me. You know, you got the security guard there. Now pay attention. I thought that was suspicious, y'all. I'm gonna be honest. Are y'all seeing this? To me, it's suspicious, and I'm gonna share with you what it is that I'm looking at. As a matter of fact, welcome in everybody. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to Sophie, Chinetta, K.A. Lindsay, Tamika Davis, T Beezy. I'm not tired. Welcome in, new, aka Satan. Okay. Shout out to my BFF in the building. And shout out to everybody in the bushes. Please smack the thumbs up. Shout out to the 24 in the building. Can I get 24 thumbs up? On my end, I don't see no thumbs up. So, what are y'all thinking about this? Now, you know, I ain't trying to start nothing or nothing, but let me know what y'all think about this. Just look at just his actions, period. I didn't know why the security guard was out there, right? But then the door, you see the door opens on this gray car, and he ends up helping this person, which I'm gonna cut the video off, but he ends up helping this person get stuff out of the trunk. So what I did was wait, let me see what else I got here. Okay, so that was him leaving. This is him leaving. Now, we just looking at everything as is, you know, we looking at everything as is right now. But then I took some still shots of the guy, the security guard. Because I'm just saying he looked real suspect to me. And I don't know if y'all seeing what I'm seeing. I hate to. Let me just ask y'all. Do y'all see a phone in his hand? I mean, do y'all see a phone in his hand? I don't. But maybe my eyes is playing tricks on me. I don't see a phone in his hand. I don't. What's that? I mean, it looked like, you know, when Jelani walked out there, see, this is where he was standing at. I don't see nothing in his hand there. There, I mean, you really can't tell. But here, I don't see nothing in his hand. Let me go back to this one. Boy, it's like a strong delay. I'm looking at my laptop versus the computer. See how he moved his hand away from his head? I did not see nothing in this man's hand. I don't see nothing in his hand now when he dropped it to the side. Now it's going to play again. Look. I ain't even really zoomed in on this yet. I haven't zoomed in on it yet. You know. Then he even rubbed his face a couple times with the same hand. I didn't see him put nothing in his pocket or nothing like that. See how he turns and lifts his hand from his hand from the side of his face. There was nothing in. Look. I don't know. I'm just saying. So out of that, those videos, that's what I found suspicious. That this guy was just hanging out in the parking lot, and then just the way he kind of turned and looked at Jelani. Look at that, full circle. He looking right at him. You know, it ain't odd to look at people, but it is odd not to have a phone in your. And then he dropped his hand right after Jelani got past there too. Everything is alleged. I ain't accusing nobody of nothing. I'm just simply saying I don't see nothing in his hand. So, I mean, I wanted y'all to pay attention to like when he makes that turn to look at Jelani, he moves his hand off of his face, and I don't see a phone. So, do he have something in his ear? Cause I don't see nothing. Okay, but if he has something in his ear, why would he have the phone up to his ear? See, like right when he made that turn, you could see his hand was away from his face a little bit more. And so let me yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to tell y'all what to see, but I just want to know if y'all see a phone, because I didn't. Like, I'm like, hold on. Like, first of all, y'all, I was just looking at this. I was just looking at it. Just like, oh, wow, okay, I was tripping. I was like, they finally released this stuff. Nobody released it. Somebody paid for the Freedom of Information Act. But I wasn't even trying to find something. You know what I'm saying? I was just looking, and then I'm like, wait a minute. It don't look like it's nothing in his hand. And then look how he wipes his mouth. Like he wiped his mouth a couple times. Let's see. Right on this turn. Bam. Nothing. I don't see nothing. He looking at Jelani. Dropped hand. Nothing. Rub face. And I don't see him putting nothing in his pocket either. Where is the phone? The phone should still be in his hand. Rub face. Yeah, well, still don't see nothing. Okay, hey, I'm just saying, like, I am not. Okay, he faked a call when the guy came out the store. Okay, all right. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. Okay, so let me see. I agree. That's what I saw. He faked the call. Wow. Wow. Y'all do see that. Okay, so let me go to the still shot again. Yeah, I promise y'all, I was not looking for anything. I was just like, let me watch this. And then I'm like, wait a minute, what is he doing? Because remember, well, most of y'all are new, but one of my crime brothers, he interviewed the security out there that day. Not that day, but when this happened with Jelani, the Tri-Stone security is the ones that was working for Beyond Hello. They all got fired right after this. They got fired when Jelani went missing. And they hired a whole nother company, and I was kind of like, well, yeah, they definitely do that. They don't want protests out there and all of this stuff. But matter of fact, let me pull up my old video and let's listen to the security guys talk. Because when I tell you, like, Stay Dangerous wasn't playing with him and he wasn't feeling them at all. Unfortunately, Stay Dangerous is not reporting no more in that video. His videos is gone. I would love to. I did get some pieces of the video though, so let's see. Let's remember what Brandon Monaco of Tri-Stone Security said, and I wish. I don't know. I don't think this is Brandon standing out there, but Brandon Monaco was like, he was the guy that was over the security. He was their boss, right? They got rid of all of them and hired another company or something. I don't know who they hired after them, but I just remember that. Let's see. Now, why is this coming? Okay, so let's do this. I'm gonna just pull up my whole playlist. Shoot, we've been talking about. Oh shoot! Wait a minute. No, that's the wrong video. We've been talking about Jelani since 2021. Even when nobody was talking about him, I was still talking about him. Like, because he still don't have justice. I'm gonna probably have to. Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. Why am I here? Hold on. Not what I was trying to do. Oh, am I pulling up the wrong? Yeah, that's what I did. I put up the wrong playlist. Subscribe and share. Today, I want to talk about Jelani Day. And I have an article attached here, a video attached where his mother speaks out about his case. And one thing, this she didn't say it in this video, but I heard her say it in another, that there was a body located near where he was last seen. And the ridiculous part about it is the department that has the autopsy area, they don't have the chemical to be able to do the DNA or whatever they need to do to identify this body. If that is not the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life, you can't borrow it. You can't do anything. Come on, I don't know.
Out there, I'll answer the best I can. If they put them like on the videos in the comments or something, like I'll comment on there even after this. If you got a question, I'll comment back. So like if you have questions, all I will say is I will answer them the best I can. If I don't know, I will straight up tell you I don't know. So if it's something I don't know, then I'll put I don't know. But don't take that as, oh, he's hiding something, because I'll answer it if I know it. I'm only human. I can only tell you what I know. So I saw in the comments.
So this is the guy, Brandon Monaco. He is he was like the supervisor of the security guys, right? So he said that he remembered Jelani coming in there, but he didn't really engage with him like that. He didn't really couldn't really tell us nothing. In the video too, when Jelani is walking in there, you don't see any of that stuff going on. It seems really different, the layout of the place, compared to what we seen in the beginning. But basically, Brandon Monaco was also trying to defend himself, and let people know he ain't had nothing to do with it, and also allegedly they was targeted and all of this kind of stuff. I really find that hard to believe, because I mean, just like with the Javion thing, we're hearing that people are being, targeted or whatever. But I don't believe it. I don't believe it. But we gonna listen. We gonna remember what he said, because I forgot. I can tell you that I forgot a lot of what he said.
Before we get off here and everything, someone was saying, "Hey, do you know anything else that could help out?" And at this time, I don't know anything else that might help. If I do, if I'm sitting down watching TV or something, and all of a sudden it pops in my head like, oh, hey, this is another thing that I knew about the dispensary that might help, I will definitely bring it to the table. Like, I will try to help out any way I can. And like you said, Mr. Ford, if Carmen sees this and she has a question about how the dispensary acts, and the dispensary just won't tell her or won't give her answers, I'm here. I will give her answers. I did not sign no non-disclosure agreement, so they can't sue me for, saying how their security works and stuff like that. I will help answer those questions if they're out there. What I do request is that people don't twist my words. Don't twist what I'm saying, because I am trying to help. I'm trying to help. I promise you. Like, ask the questions, I'll answer them, but don't run with it and then start saying, he said this, and then twist it. Like, I'm here to help. So if there's questions that get brought up and, cameras and stuff like that, I'll answer it the best I can. I'll answer time frame questions, like when we were replaced with, the new security, who we were in contact with, who was responsible for hiring the new security, things like that.
Man, I don't feel right without giving it to my people, man. Can you shoot them a text or something, like tell them, please come in, man, and just talk to me just for a few minutes, man. We don't even got to do a whole hour. We don't got to do a whole hour. I just want to speak to them.
Yeah,
I want my people to hear his voice, because you came in, he came in yesterday. So we want to give it the same kind of energy, man. Let's get that. How many people want to see that? I appreciate that, man.
Hey, no problem. I mean, like I said, I'm here to help out, and I'll message him right now, see what he's doing. I can't promise that, he'll see it, but...
See, you see, the people think this. Nunu still feel like this, and he's a very spiritual advisor, so I can't knock the way he feel. And I just can only tell you, let the facts come out, man. Let the facts come out. God sit high, Nunu. God sit high, and he look low. So just let the facts come out before you start to make all the way that. I feel that he's coming out talking to us for a reason. I feel like he's trying to clear his name. He don't want the death threats and the people trying to hurt him. He's very calm when he talks to us. I just feel he didn't come with any disrespect. No, we good, bro. We good. I feel you, though.
Yeah, Ty was wanting me to scroll up and answer some of his stuff. I'm trying to scroll up and see what he said here. So Ty, whatever questions you had, go ahead and retype them out, because I don't. I'm trying to scroll up. There's a lot of them.
I'm going up there. He said.
And OGTT, she says, have you lawyered up? I have not lawyered up. I'm not under investigation, so there's no reason for me to have a lawyer. The only reason I spoke to a lawyer was to sue Tadeo for making that post that got 26,000 shares. That's the only reason I ever talked to a lawyer, and that was a consultation to sue Tadeo. That was, for putting my family in danger. I do not need a lawyer. I'm not hiring a lawyer for a defense, because there's no reason for it. I'm not a suspect in any police investigation. I'm not a suspect in any FBI investigation. So there's no need for me to lawyer up. So no, I do not have a lawyer.
She said, it's so much things people are making up, Bridget. I will never say anything that is not facts presented by the family. If I'm not sure, I won't say anything. That's me. That's me. Head on. Appreciate that. I needed that. I won't say anything unless it's brought to you by the mother, and then I'll elaborate on what she's saying. And so far, she's saying she did not get the help from Bloomington Police, and the feds did not join the case and take full will and full responsibility for the case. They still left the local police, which is the Bloomington Police Department, on this. And that's why I feel like it had to be some power. These guys say they out of jobs. They ain't got the money or the resources to leave. They would have been gone. Most people run from those situations, especially they pack up.
Yeah, and Ty.
And see what.
Ty says you already talked about the door being open. Yeah, we talked about.
So they finally talking about something we could see, like the door being propped open was an issue. I mean, why would they have a door propped open? But so I'm just looking at all of y'all responses. Shout out to Mouthpiece and Walkie Talkie. Nah, that would be up to his mouth and not up to his ear. And but y'all saying y'all don't see nothing. So okay, as a matter of fact, let me let it play again while he's talking. But one of my points in pulling this up is just letting y'all know, hey, it was a whole conversation with the security company, and this is their leader talking right here. And then it was a guy named Noah that Stay Dangerous had mentioned. I didn't get that part of the video though, because something happened with it before I even was able to get it. So from my understanding, these are the only clips left that I have. Unless Stay Dangerous has it, you know, saved some on his devices or saved somewhere, but it's not on his channel.
The door being open, they don't have a policy about it being propped open. I don't know why they keep it propped open. Like I said, I told them many times to stop leaving it propped open because that door does lock behind you. But I mean, that lock on that door, I know specifically they've had problems in the past with it actually latching, where you have to go up to it and actually tug it. So maybe that's why they prop it open. But you know, I can't speak on why they keep it propped open because yeah, it is a security issue. But I told them, they thought, oh no, that doesn't matter. We're going to keep it propped open. So I don't work there anymore. So that's on the new security team to bring that up to them. But yeah, we talked on that.
There at the
time,
time,
you guys actually lost your jobs that day, or 8 days after Jelani was missing?
So 4 dispensaries. There's one in Normal, one in Bloomington. The one over in Normal is kind of like by this trucker place. It's down where ISU is and things like that if you're going out towards north past 55. So that's their other one that's here in Bloomington. They have 2 more that are in Sauget. There's Sauget 1 and Sauget 2, which is right by the St. Louis border.
Okay.
Now, the guards...
Noah in the building too, y'all. I just want to make that aware to you. He's in the building right now. I'm about to bring him in right about now.
Yeah, there's 2 guards. There's 2 guards per shift with, you know, everybody needs their days off. So we have to hire 3 guards for each shift at each location. So first shift, second shift. So that's 6 people at each dispensary. So you got the 2 in Bloomington, that's 12 guards. Double that because there's 4 dispensaries. So we had roughly 24 guards hired on, plus myself.
So you'll have to zoom that in yourself. You should be able to. I know I can when I'm looking at it, but you might, if not, you on the replay, you'll be able to zoom in and out of it. But I can't zoom it in any more than it already is. But I will be going over these videos. I will be zooming in on some stuff, but I wanted to play it just the way that it is right now. And the in full video is on my video. Just click on my videos to get to the full video of this. But I mean, at some point doing this, I will pull up the full video because I got the playlist put up right now. So just bear with me. I'll pull it up.
So 25 people in total that were hired to do security for Beyond Hello. So that was 25 people that lost their jobs. I can tell you right now, I woke up at 7.
I don't mean. I'm sorry. Let me elaborate. I don't mean at all the other dispensaries. I mean at Beyond and Hello. How many people?
So 6 guards total.
So 6 guards. So you, Noah, and Mike.
Well, I was in charge. I wasn't a guard. I was in charge of
all 4 of them together. Yeah. So you being account manager as one, and then the other guys were guards. So the other 5 guys were guard. So you said
no, there were 6 still because I wasn't a guard. So there's 2 on each shift and a 3rd one to cover the off days.
Okay, so I'm understanding. So
and that's first and second shift.
So Mr. Noah, can you introduce yourself to everybody because they don't know you, and I need to move these comments and everything and these pictures so I can let everybody see that we do have him in here.
It's cutting out.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right. Yeah, I need to remove some of these things real fast so I can let people know that it's you. They can at least see your profile, whatever, picture, whatever. But at the end of the day, like, I just kind of wanted to ask you to elaborate on yesterday when we spoke, because they'll get what you gave me yesterday as well. That's why I'm asking, because I understand you're not a motivational speaker, my friend. So if you need to take your time, I'm going to give you the floor. And I do want to allow you to say your piece to Jelani's mother as well, as far as your whereabouts, and not just your whereabouts or how you feel about it. And, you know, I asked him to speak for what he would have to say, what he would want to say to Jelani Dave's mother. I just want to ask you the same thing after you tell me your last thoughts and memories of the day that Jelani came in that morning at 9:12. Can you tell everybody what you told me yesterday? Because I remember everything you told me.
Yeah,
we didn't have a long conversation.
Right. The last time I saw him, I was sitting at the desk. He had come in, didn't seem anything. He didn't seem out of the ordinary. He seemed like a normal customer that would come in, like no problems. I opened the door for him, and that was about it. He walked out, went to his car. I don't know where he went from there, but I know that nobody has left from that building.
Oh, so he was already there before y'all opened, out there waiting? Because I seen that door prop. Because I seen the door propped open right there. So you said you opened the door for him. Did you open the door for him when he was out there waiting, or did you open the door for him when he got to the door? Did that door get open? Because I'm having discrepancies.
I didn't open the door on the outside. I opened the door on the inside. There's another door that he has to go through to get to the sales floor.
Okay. I was told that you also had the monitor in your hand that day.
Right, I was sitting at the desk where the computers are, or where the computer screen has the cameras up.
Okay.
But I can't control the cameras or anything. Like all I can do is just see basically around the building and all of inside.
Okay. So could you give us an account of that day from what you remember? Because like he said, I can't expect you to go back 2 months or 3 months and remember exactly what you was doing that day 100%. But could you tell me, what did he say? Anything? Was he angry? Could you tell me his temperament? Could you tell me something personal about that day, about Jelani? Please, this is for the respect for his mother. Like, right. She needs to know these type of things. People notice people. Like, I'm very knowledgeable of body language. People notice body language. Did he feel some type of way? Was he nervous? Was he quick? Was he prompt? Was he trying to get in and out? Did he have anybody with him? I mean, give me your last response of him.
So the last, like when I saw him, I didn't see anybody with him. He seemed like a normal person that would come in there. Some people are kind of like sketched out when they come in there their first time. I don't know how many times he had been in there. But some people, when they come in their first time, just seem kind of nervous. He kind of just seemed like an ordinary, first time person that would come in. Like I said, I didn't see him very long, maybe like 2 seconds. Like I said, I opened the door.
Now notice he said he seemed like a new person though, a first time person. And we do have that footage, and I didn't put it in here though, so I'm gonna have to put the video up to be able to see that. But I mean, you couldn't see nothing because he had on his face mask, and you could see the top of his hat, but you could see his movements. And I noticed some stuff with when he was paying for stuff too. Like I noticed that he put out his wallet. He put his wallet back in his pocket before he put the cash in his wallet though. So he opened the wallet, gave her some cash, put the wallet back in his pocket before she gave him the change. So when he put his change in, he just put it in the same pocket as his wallet, but not inside of it.
The sales floor, bought his stuff, and then walked out. Like, that's about all that I really remember.
If he don't clear that
did you see his car pulled out of the parking lot?
No.
Yes.
Okay. And it makes sense. Well, but what I want to know was Jelani driving. Could you tell that from the monitor? Because I know on those monitors they pretty close up to the parking lot, and you can zoom in and all that.
So, like, 100% honesty, I wasn't really paying attention. Like to like people driving away. Who gets in people's cars? Like we see so many people, and I wasn't paying attention.
But look, check this out. Check this out, though, y'all. These people were literally at the same time that Jelani was leaving, and Jelani was still in the parking lot. The security guard, actually went over to that gray car and started helping bringing in stuff. So they was in and out at the exact same time that Jelani was leaving. He should have remembered that. But that's why it's so interesting to go back like and listen to old videos because we didn't know. I mean, Stay Dangerous was asking the right questions. We was wondering why would they have a door propped open? This is a dispensary. Like, ain't you worried about people trying to come in and try y'all? Like the door, why have security and had a door propped open? That was stupid. Makes no sense. But clearly it was a security guard out there in the parking lot when he left, and it was somebody he unloading that. And then some more people came out and started helping, but I didn't put all of that in. I'm gonna have to pull up the video.
Seeing him get in his car, I'm not 100% sure on like where he got in. Like I said, it's been so long.
So you could not see if he had anybody that was in his vehicle.
And like we told his mom, because like I talked to his mom when she was out there with the news. And I talked to his mom, and I told her, she asked about the cameras. And like I told her, like, those cameras zoom in because they zoom in so well that you can see inside the car. But if his windows are tinted, you might not be able to see who's in the back if there was somebody in the back. But like if he was driving and he came in, you would be able to see who was in his car from the front.
Yeah.
But I don't know if his windows are tinted or not.
The windows super freaking tinted, man. But I still want to know why he didn't just pull in the front where that gray car at. Where's that part at? Because I thought that was odd, and I thought the security guard was odd on these parts that I put in here. But just look, let me know if y'all feel the same way. Does it look like he's about to park there? Right there, then he swooped to park there. Like, because he didn't really have to do that swoop. Why didn't he park there, man? Like, why? Because if he would have parked there, we could have seen if it was somebody in the car. And maybe that's what they didn't want you to see. Then when he does leave and get to his car, he sits out there for like 3 or 4 minutes before he pulls off. Man, what the hell? I'm gonna say that these people are good at what they do when because I feel like somebody made him do that. Obviously, Jelani he ain't do this to himself. So somebody would have had to been in the car with him at that time. I mean, that to me, that explains why he didn't park in the front. Like, let me see. Okay, so we see the few cars out there already, probably the workers' cars. Why would you park in the back of the lot? I mean, I know some people like to walk, or some people don't want other cars near their car, but nah, I'm just not. Do y'all find that odd, or is it just me that's lazy that want to park when I see a front spot, I'd be like VIP. I'd be happy about it. I'm not gonna park back there. That's just me. Do y'all take the back row instead of the front?
But from the front of your window,
right, Summer 70.
But I didn't physically get to like watch camera on him or anything. But I know that the cops were there. They watched cameras.
Not only it's like, I'm telling y'all, it's like these people are getting more clever with their crimes. It's because they law enforcement allegedly, and they know what to do to make stuff look a certain damn way. And then it just don't help that you got a security guard out there looking like he on the phone. Like, come on, man.
The FBI was there. They were getting camera footage.
It's shady as hell.
Did they let Jelani's mom see any of this footage, or did they just go in and get the footage with her outside, or after she left? What was the protocol for that?
Because they kept coming up and asking us like basically what our protocols are on walking in the front door. And we just explained everything. Like, they scan their ID, they walk into the next room, we opened the door to keep flow onto the main floor, the sales floor, and then they walk straight out the door, straight outside. Like there's literally no other place you can go in that building being a pedestrian.
Okay, so are there any other key evidence or things that you can help with that you just didn't think of yesterday or right now that you can think of that could possibly help Jelani Day's mother? And if not, just say what you would say to Jelani's mother. You know, pay your respects to the woman, please.
Right. Like I told his mom when I have spoken to her when she was there, I told her I really feel bad for her. I hope that they get justice for him. If this happened to me, if this was my kid or any of my kids, I would be in the same situation wanting answers because something obviously happened. Whether we know what happened or not, I don't know what happened. But something happened to him. It's very fishy how the cops have come out with different things at different times that don't add up. So I get that she wants answers, and I want her to have answers. And I'm praying that every day that she gets her answers. Because I feel bad. Like I said, if this is my kid, I'd be tearing everything apart just like she is, trying to get answers.
Yeah. I totally side with you on that, man. That's the reason why I'm doing it. So then you can understand my side in this. Because I have daughters, I have a son and I have daughters that I need to protect on a day-to-day basis. And these type of things, I ask God to put a shield over my kids and my family and protect us from these type of demons that try to get loose in our communities.
And that's another reason why I wanted to. I got joined on here again. It's because I want people to know. Like they put me and my kids, my woman, we're all feel like we're in danger now because of this lie that people have put on us. And it's not how it should be. Like how do I know I can't go to the store and now I'm being watched by everybody for something I didn't do? I just want my name clear. I'm very. It's hard to describe how bad this has hurt my family.
Yeah, I can understand that, man. Like I told people from the very beginning of this, I side with you on that, and I said that y'all family don't have nothing to do with y'all actions if y'all did do this.
Okay, give me a second, y'all.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to my
Simply,
channel.
T said, was he on the phone or pretending? That's what I was asking them. What do y'all think?
Why it wasn't put out?
Hold on. What do y'all think? Was he on the phone? Or was he pretending? Because, hey, somebody just came in here and asked the question like, yeah, that's what it looked like to me. I mean, it don't look right, y'all, at all. Now, what else? It was something else I wanted to pull up from back in the day. They have they're having the all white party this year. Okay, Latasha Turk, welcome in. She said, I don't see your phone. BFF. He looked like he's rubbing his eye. It don't even look like he holding it right there, though. That seemed kind of odd. But right there, ain't a dang thing in his hand. And that was right after he dropped it from his face, from the side of his head. That's why I did the still shots and the videos. I'm like, I hate to tell y'all what to see, but I'm like, if y'all see what I see, then everybody ain't tripping, okay? Ain't nothing in his hand right there. So let's go back to the video again so we can see how we got there. Wait. That was the main thing. Like, what? So he's out there just standing there. Like, and then he act like he don't see Jelani right there, but then he turns the other side and look at him. Why didn't he look at him face to face? Why did he have his head turned? Pay attention. Pay attention to how like he's turned away from him, but he see him the whole time. He already know he coming. You see what I'm saying? But he turns away from it Then, like I said, if we doubted if he had anything in his hand, he just rubbed his face. I seen him do the rub twice. Wasn't nothing in his hand. Look how he went away from him. Didn't never look up at him then, but turn around and look at him. To me, that's suspect as hell. That's straight up suspect. Now, you see? Welcome in, protected by God. He saw him because he's on the video looking very suspicious. See? I don't be making this stuff up, y'all. Like, I'm just like, this don't look right. Doesn't want to be ID'd in cases something goes wrong. Oh, you saying that's why he did? Ain't nobody, he shouldn't even be thinking like that. Why would he be thinking like that? And why would you have a job as a security guard? Because that kind of stuff is gonna happen. You a security guard. That's top flight security. That's the step before you become a cop. That's the spot that all of them want to be in, so they can do whatever the hell they want. You know, when they race soldiers, I'm talking about. But yeah, I ain't gonna give him all that. He could be doing a hand signal gesture as well as speaking or listening through a headset, which the wire and the earbuds is usually clear. It's suspect though, right? Like, what it looked like he doing something. And so then, okay, then I did the freeze frames. I did the freeze frames. Like, when he drops that hand, ain't a dang on thing in it. I'm sorry. Not sorry, but it ain't. So, but I do have a question. Why did it take this long for this to be released? I mean, why did someone have to go get the Freedom of Information Act for this to be released? Because the news, the cops, nobody gave this mother any type of peace. All they had to do was release the footage, and they refused to. And this is all we've been waiting on? Well, I mean, besides the stuff that we see in the suspect, I'm just saying they could have been released this. They could have been eased the mother's heart, the family's heart. But no, they didn't. Why? Why? Who are they protecting? Somebody did something to him. And maybe they knew that he was already coming. You know, I mean, obviously, if somebody jumped in his car and told him to go here, I'm talking about, remember when Carmen was like, when she first seen them clothes that he had on, like, what is going on with my son, basically? You know, that ain't something that he would have wore. His clothes was changed 3 times. Because when he was at school, he had on the blue button up, wait, let me see. Which one is this? So this shows his clothes here. Let me see. I don't know what I'm talking about here. Oh, I am talking about him changing his clothes 3 times. So, y'all know I've been looking at this. I didn't even realize that I had talked about this already, but I already had talked about Jelani clothes changing 3 times. Way back. Wait, what am I looking at here? Let's go. Okay, y'all can't see what I'm looking at. Good. Because I'm trying to pull something up. Give me a few minutes, y'all. I'm looking for something in particular. Has 2 young.
When I spoke to them, I let them know that I needed them to come with me and speak publicly because their story contradicted what the police told me.
Wow. What?
They refused I'm angry about that because if that was their intention to help me, then they would speak publicly.
See what I'm saying? Is no real help. But like she said, what led them there? They said they wanted to help her and they don't want to go public. Why not? I mean, they could speak publicly without showing their face. It's a way to do that.
The police had his phone, and the phone was given to the FBI. So I was told the FBI had in their possession, per the task force, Jelani's phone was found in November of 2021. And they had the phone in their possession up until just June of this year. I now have possession of Jelani's phone.
What?
An appointment. Why would you have to miss an appointment? That step up and say, hey, this is wrong.
We gonna throw it back for a little bit, y'all. This is Stay Dangerous, and we were talking about the interview and stuff. I just want to do a little recap on this because we are talking about the footage and Beyond Hello and all of that kind of stuff. So we gonna listen in on this one. Lord, throwback.
We're following this case. If it wasn't for him talking about it, we wouldn't have knew about it. And that's what I do it for, to bring awareness to our communities and the small people that they think don't have a big heart or a big idea. And they don't expect us to be educated into certain things that they do to us on a day-to-day basis. And that was my whole reason for joining and even getting on with this in the first place. I just wanted to be a help to Miss Carmen. The respect level of her coming on the news, and it takes a strong person to do what she's doing, and that's a strong Black queen, and I stand behind her 100%, and I'm here for her in any way I can be. I just feel that my platform should be introduced to the world to become important. I feel that if they see what type of stories that I'm taking and what type of things that I'm saying on my channel, it would have a huge impact on the communities all the way around us. And people will start to bring awareness to that area. And that's exactly what I'm doing. And that's exactly what has been done.
Okay, well, thank you. So I really appreciate you, like I said, accepting my invitation. What can I call you? Because I've been calling you Mr. Ford. I don't want to be disrespectful and not call you.
A lot of the people that watch my show just call me Stay Dangerous or Dangerous, but my name is Jay Ford, Jayford. So everybody can just call me Jay or Jay.
Oh my God, this is when I had the audio issues. Oh my goodness. So I just wanted to play a little bit of this. I'm gonna move it forward. Shout out to my hoodie blankie. My mother made that for me, and I love it still. Matter of fact, where is it at?
These guys, that was orchestrated. See, they plan already set in motion what they was gonna do on my show. And when I got to that point, see, I asked God, to reveal before I got on and hit live. Yeah, we already had the interview in the.
Let's remember what he thought about the security guys.
Books to do. So before I got on.
After I listened to your interview, which was the second interview, I did send it to Carmen's PI. I went to her channel and I talked to him directly and I sent it to him. So hopefully by now she has it and she's seen it and everything. And I also mentioned it in my video that I did because I did a a recording of some of your interview, and I put in that video that I had reached out to her and I did send it to her along with your links and stuff. And so he said he would get it to her. So I wanted you to know that. But also, I noticed that you were getting irritated during that interview. And actually, one of my friends, my subscriber, a fellow creator, she said that it was an okay interview, but you talked over the guy a lot and you talked more than you let them talk. And I just said, well, that's probably because he was frustrated because he had already did the interview and he knew what he was going to say type of thing. But I did notice you started talking over him and it seemed like you got irritated at some point. So what was it that irritated you, that made you upset?
The comments. The comments that I saw, I was being played with on my live, like by these guys. That was orchestrated. See, they plan already set in motion what they was gonna do on my show. And when I got to that point, see, I asked God, to reveal before I got on and hit live. We already had the interview in the books to do. So before I got on hit live, I asked God, look, man, this is my first interview. Reveal to me what's going on. Reveal to me what I need to ask. Reveal to me what I need to say. See, when you go live, it's not orchestrated. That was a live. I didn't save that and then post it. That was a live. It was a live interview. I didn't know what was going to come. I didn't know what he was going to say. And see, the thing is, when we did it the first day, it allowed me to feel his spirit for 2 days. It only allowed half the people that saw it to feel their spirit for the one time that they saw it. But I got on the phone with this man 2 days in a row. And then to see that the same things was being done from the first, it was orchestrated. It was actually mental what they tried to do. That was planned. And so I saw the comments, and what made me get irritated the second show is when I saw the comments on the first show, and as they said certain things, the guy was in my comments telling him not to say this or not to say that, or getting angry with the certain choices that Brandon was saying. And then, when I tried to go back and find those messages for us, those messages was deleted. They were gone. And it's like, wow. So it let me know that I was on point when I saw what they was trying to do. They tried to run a play on me. So at a certain point in the interview, I really didn't want to hear nothing else he had to say. I almost wanted to just go off on him and say, you know what, man, you full of it. Like, you lying. Like, your spirit had already revealed itself to me. Like, because, you got some people that'll tell partial truth and then they'll lie, or they'll lie by omission. And what he was doing, he was telling partial truths. Like the part where he got there at 12:30, he probably got there at 12:30 after they already had left that morning to go do what they did to Jelani. And then you come back at 12:30. That's a 3-hour window. So you mean to tell me, you had that much time to take your girl to a baby doctor? He said he had a baby.
Yeah, Stay Dangerous was not feeling the security guards early on, and they actually just popped up at his channel, and that's how they ended up talking. And he just wondered, like, why did they approach me? Why did they come to me? Like, because at the time, he had hundreds of people in his chat that was following this case. And that's why they came to him, because they wanted, wherever the most people was listening at, that's where they wanted to be at, defending themselves. But he was not feeling them. So let's go.
Appointment. And he had proof. And he also had proof where he ate it. And I was supposed to have that proof 2 days after the interview. I haven't got it.
Now I listened to it again today, and he said that he went to meet her out to eat, and he had to miss the baby appointment because he had that interview.
No, he already knew he had that interview. See, the thing is, he already knew he had that interview. So why would you have to miss an appointment? I thought I muted this. Why would you have to miss an appointment for something that you already knew you had? See, the thing is, the reason why I feel that he said he had to miss that appointment, that he missed the baby appointment, is because he was notified by the people at Hello and Beyond, Beyond and Hello, what happened to Jelani, if it was a certain situation that happened to him now. But now the information that I'm getting now, the only thing that the dispensary is guilty of is not showing us the pictures or the videos of Jelani coming out. Because from what the new information I've heard, I got a show coming up for y'all today. But the new information that I've heard, it was. No, I got some information today that's gonna shock the world. I'm just say that. Jelani, and his parents already knew. The people reported it to the parents, and that's what I was waiting for before I end up being the one to have to report it to the parents. So all I do is, I'm just a street journalist. People send me information, and it's up to me to decide whether or not the information is legit or on the up and up, or if it's something that's hearsay.
My nephews, 25, like, he had his whole life ahead of him. He didn't deserve this. And then the hog crap that they are feeding his mother, it just enrages me, really.
Yeah. I can't say this about the information that I got, because it's not even about bringing it to y'all on my channel or nothing like that. So I can say a little bit, though. I can say that I've been talking to somebody from that area. I'm not going to say what area solidly, because that area is not really big for them. But I've been talking to somebody from that area that let me know that they reported it to the police as well. And when they saw nothing got done, then they reported it to YouTube as well, and they reported it to his mom. Okay, the evidence that I got, I feel that they need to go back out and have a search party. And instead of searching the right side, they need to search the left side. I have real live information from someone who reported it. Now I can actually say it, that she saw Jelani's car. She saw the face that was driving his car, and she saw if it was somebody else in his car. I was just about to get that information prior to me getting on this live.
Now, I actually have some copies of the Freedom of Information Act, and I actually ran across a report where somebody reported seeing Jelani's car. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, it's right here. It says number 14 supplemental follow-up information on a vehicle. It says Peru Police, and it says 2650 North Peoria Street in Peru, Illinois. It reads, hold on, y'all. On 8/25/2021 at approximately 12 a.m., and they blacked out some stuff. So they redacted some stuff on this report. And so it has I'm gonna say blank where it's blacked out at. So 8/25/2021 at approximately 12 a.m., blank was driving. Blank needed to purchase gas and did so at the BP gas station located at 1527 4th Street in Peru. After purchasing gas, blank started to drive eastbound towards LaSalle on 4th Street. They observed a white vehicle behind them, which appeared to be speeding in the same direction as they were traveling. Blank stated the vehicle was a white 4-door car, unknown make or model. The white car was tailgating their vehicle and swerving to try and get past them near the curve on 4th Street and Pine Street. The vehicle eventually went past them into the left lane to go north on Pulaski Street. Blank observed a black male driver with short hair. Blank stated that the vehicle sped off northbound on Pulaski Street and appeared as if the driver was in a hurry. Blank kept driving towards LaSalle. So the following day, Blank saw a Facebook post of the missing person and the vehicle description and stated Blank believed it to be the same male. Blank wanted police to know in case they could check BP surveillance video around midnight on 8/25/21. So somebody claimed that they seen Jelani's vehicle, and it sounded like they were saying that Jelani was driving it in such a rush and tailgating them and all of this kind of stuff. Yeah, I doubt it. Somebody else, I mean, maybe they did see that. My question is, did they go put a surveillance footage from the BP to find out if that was true or not? But 8/25, I believe, is the day that he was reported missing. 8/24 is the day that he went to school and all of that stuff. But yeah, that just rang a bell when he said that, because literally right before I came on, I was looking at that. And I didn't even know I was going to play this video. So, I mean, it's so good to listen back at stuff, because you don't know it's just certain things you don't know in the beginning, and then you go back and you can make the connections later. Shout out to Stay Dangerous.
Me and the person are FaceTiming and texting back and forth. We're now kind of getting on a personal level, because I wanted to fill that person's information out before I came to the world with it. But the thing is, the information was already brought to that county and to the mom's attention, and they're now doing something else about it on the silent tip, and not necessarily on the silent tip, but it's certain things. If you want to report to Jelani or on Jelani, just get in touch with the family. I feel like if you tell somebody else, they're not going to have the best interest of Jelani in their heart. So they might not do what you think they're going to do with the information that you're reporting. So sometimes you have to peek and repeat yourself when you are telling this information, just to make sure, okay, if I tell the police station and something is going on dirty on the inside of the police station, I need to tell someone else in his family. That way they'll see if I brought this information and I know it's real information and it's something that can possibly help the case to the people, and then I see they never done anything about it, and I watch that street. That's like if I say, hey, something just happened down that street right there. You need to go send the cops down that street. I just feel something happened down that street. And then you don't see a cop or anybody go down that street, it kind of lets you know that they ain't on it. Because I reported something need to be down that street checked.
Now let me understand this. You said that someone, and I heard, because I listened to your last live, someone is saying that they allegedly seen the driver. The window was down.
I didn't say alleged, and no, she didn't say that the window was down. I said that from what she described, because everybody said that Jelani's car had tint. So I said that for her to see what she described to me, the window had to be down. They were smoking or something. So come to find out, the information I got today, the window was not down. But what did happen, Jelani's car got side by side with the person that I'm actually talking about and her mom. And what made the story even more interesting, when I spoke with her, the mom was not there. And the mom came in shortly after from her errands, and she said the same thing. The same.
So but you did say that they reported this to the cops.
They reported it to the cops, and she said the cops had them sitting outside the old police station for a whole hour. Outside. They never let them in. So in other words, they sent someone out to take their statement and then came back in. And then she said she reached out to Jelani Day's brother and told the brother where they need to set up a new search party at. Jelani is still in that water. Jelani is still in that water. He is somewhere. He's buried back there down that street. I'm getting chills right now as I said. So that was not Jelani Day that they buried. They thought that this was going to be water under the bus once they buried a body, once they gave her closure. This woman did not go for the closure. She's still at their neck because she feel in her heart. And I'm going to tell you how I know that. This is another thing I meant to tell you that made me jump on the case. I just lost my sister. And when I lost my sister, Jelani Day case was fresh in
I'm so sorry for your loss.
And I got on her shirt right now to kind of represent. This is the shirt that we got for my sister. Rest in peace, Chrisetta Owens. You know what I'm saying?
Can you show it one more time? 1982 and 21. Oh my God, I'm so sorry for your loss. That just happened.
Yeah, so that's what made me go hard, because I told her about this case and she was like, bro, just give it your all. I mean, I know you. She say everybody that I know tell me when they hear me on the phone, man, we like your voice.
He lost his mother too, y'all, which is why he kind of stopped doing content. It had a lot to do with it.
You have a peaceful voice, I can sit there and listen to you. So I said, maybe if I start a YouTube channel, the people that won't listen to me will. And meaning, I got people that's in the streets. I got family. I got friends that have their own life. And when I tell them I'm YouTuber, like, and you know, it's crazy. My analytics, I check my analytics. I got over so many subscribers, but I only got like 17% of my subscribers watching my channel. So what that tells me is it's not my people. Because when I do my lives on Jelani, I go outside or I go to the neighborhood. Hey, man, did you see my live today? To the same people that subscribe to my channel. Nah, I didn't see it. I didn't get it. So in my head, I started a YouTube channel because I know that there's millions of people that's just like me that has a voice, and nobody ain't trying to hear them. They not trying to go no further because they feel like these people not going to listen. So why should I say anything? Why should I voice how I feel? I voice how I feel because I knew that it ain't even about you liking to hear my voice. It's just the things that we talking about. If we talking about bubble gum, that's one subject. But if we talking about a man's life that was taken at the hands possibly of white supremacists, then that's a different thing. And I'm gonna say this: behind every successful white man that's prejudiced, they try to have a black man. Because at the end of the day, you got cops that have CIs, you got police officers that got guys that they caught that they never brought to jail for nothing, and then they use those same guys for face card later when they get a situation where some dirty stuff need to investigate it. The car found in the black part of the neighborhood, so it makes it look like whoever did it was a black person trying to get from one destination to the next. And once they got there, they hid the car in a padded area and took the license plates off of it. That's something very important that y'all got to understand. The way that she and her mother described the car pulling up on side of them, either it was Jelani trying to show them that somebody was in the car with a gun on him or something, or somebody kidnapped him and abducted him and he wanted to pull up on somebody to let somebody see his face, or let, you know, because she said that he kept, like, it was almost like a race. Like, he kept pulling up. It was behind him at first. And she said the mother described that the Jelani's car kept getting close to the tail of her vehicle. And she said that Jelani's car kept getting close, so she got over. This was a 2-lane over here and 2.
When I tell y'all, like, that is exactly what I just read. I mean, it's not exactly what I read, but I'm pretty sure this statement that I just read is what he's talking about, because it's too similar. I mean, let's say they observed a white vehicle behind them. It appeared to be speeding in the same direction as they were traveling. Blank stated the vehicle was white, 4-door, unknown make and model. The vehicle was swerving to try and get past them near the curve on 4th Street at Pine Street. The vehicle eventually went past them into the left turn lane to go north on Pulaski. At that time, they observed a black male driver with short hair. Blank stated that the vehicle sped off on Pulaski, and it appeared as if the driver was in a hurry. Yeah, I will say that's the person he talking about.
Lane over here. So they got over in the left lane. She got over in the right lane. They stayed in the left lane and just tried to catch up with her. Now, what I'm saying, let me take you to the hood. If you ain't never had nothing, you never drove a nice car in your life, and you look up and it's a car in a wooded area and you see the keys in it, you wait till midnight. And that explains why the lady said she had to go to the store at midnight, and she asked her mother. And everybody that was in her house that day had a part because someone had to get up and open the door for her. So when she recalled, the person that had to get up and open the door said, you called me about 12 to say, hey, we put him back up, open the door for us. She said that she pulled into the gas station.
Wow, and it even say 12. Look, 8/25/2021 at approximately 12 a.m. they were driving, needed to purchase gas, and did so at BP gas station.
And she saw some people that really didn't mean no good to people. Like if you pull up to the gas station, you see a bunch of gangsters, you less likely to get out and go in because you're like, oh, I don't like the scene. I'm gonna go to the gas station down the street. And that's basically what she told her mom. So when she recalled, she said she told her mom, I see some guys. I don't want you to go in that store. She said, why? And she said, well, I see some guys that don't really mean too good, too well. I don't really, I know them from friends or friends of mine. They not good people. So they turned out of that gas station and went on to another store. And that's when she said Jelani's car got behind them. And then very good pieces of evidence is she said that the cops went to the gas station to get the film of that gas station to see if Jelani's car passed by. And it didn't. And when it didn't, it let the girl know that the street, a couple streets before the gas station, is where the car came off of. And then they reportedly went right to go drop the car off in Peru, and then they took the license plates off. So what that tells me is a black guy that was in the hood, seen that car somewhere with the keys in it. He waited close to midnight. He jumped in and started joyriding. He seen two pretty females. He pulled up on side of them, trying to get them to notice him.
Okay, now see, I didn't even remember him saying that, coming up with a scenario of how somebody else was driving that car, because clearly we ain't thinking it was Jelani. I mean, like, why would Jelani, like, if somebody took Jelani around, 9 something in the morning, you wouldn't think that over 12 hours later he would still be with these people. But somebody could have had him elsewhere. And man, this is crazy, but we gonna listen.
Now, this does not have any way, there's no way that a murderer or someone that did this to Jelani would do that, because you don't want nobody to see you in a person's car that you just did what you did to. So what that told me, that car was dropped off in a neighborhood where it was black guys hanging out, and what they thought was going to happen, they thought that one of the black guys was going to take the car and then get caught in it, and then they can accuse the black guy for doing what was done to Jelani. But nah, not on my clock. Take your mute off.
Is it pictures of this circulating? Just said, I'm looking at it right now. He had a hat on.
Yeah. And if you notice, when this first kicked off and Jelani went to that dispensary, it was a dude standing on the outside of that dispensary with a hat on, dark shirt. And then it was another video of the dude walking down the street, knocking on someone's door. And see, they're putting all this together. And then another thing I want to...
Yeah, it was a video of a guy knocking at somebody's door, and that they was trying to find, who's this black guy knocking on the door? Like, it's something suspicious about this. But as far as the dispensary, we seen who was outside.
I want y'all to say, in my alleged opinion, this is my alleged opinion, so don't take it at face value. I feel that Tadio, the guy that's posting on Facebook, I feel that that's one of the guys that working at the dispensary, and he's letting them have it, because if anything,
oh, that's Tadeo guy. I found out about him and all that other stuff from your channel. Like, the only thing I literally follow is Carmen. So I had never heard of Tadeo or none of the stuff. None of those guys, Brandon or nothing.
And see, the reason why I put Beyond and Hello on my last live thumbnail, because I wanted you to see them in October. So it's safe to say that that was the group that was working in now. And we don't know who was off that day and who was there. But that picture is very important, because if it did happen in Hello Beyond, like I don't think it does now, I don't know. It's confusing me because I feel that after seeing what I saw, it may have happened in Hello Beyond, and then they dropped his car in Peru and left it. And I just feel like they only bought it to Peru because the guy probably.
So we now have the video of him leaving Beyond Hello and all of that. But I mean, you know, we didn't know. We still don't know. Like the fact that I don't know. Like, I thought it was odd that he went out there and sat for a long time in the parking lot. I'm going to pull that up after I get done with this, possibly. Or maybe y'all could just go check that out. We'll do that, because I just posted that video a couple of days ago. So I would rather y'all just go check out that full video of the footage of him at Beyond Hello. And I could tell Jelani, he was a fast driver, too. He ain't play around in that vehicle. But I will be getting to the point of magnifying everything. I didn't want to show it magnified, edited, none of that really, you know. I just wanted y'all to show it as I seen it, and then we gonna get to all the investigating though. Y'all know. Sleuth Nation.
I feel like they'll think white people did it because black people don't live in Peru like that. They live in LaSalle. You know what I'm saying? LaSalle ends at a certain space and Peru begins. So if you bring the car to the wooded area at the end of Peru, then when you get ready to go back and get that car, and that explains why the license plate was taken off. Because they took off the license plates because they had plans on going back to get that car and drive again at night. You know, some dudes might use it just to joy ride around the neighborhood.
Okay. Hold on. Okay. I got a few people lost. Sister Girl was lost on what you were talking about. I know. I wasn't really trying to promote them though. But yeah, I know. But what he's talking about, he's giving us exclusive information. He has a live that he's gonna do on the information that he's sharing with us. Someone allegedly seen someone driving Jelani's car. So he's gonna be doing a live with that person to talk about it. But he was just giving us a little preview of what his live is going to be like. So we will be tuned in to his live today. And there's a question here that says, are we able to share your content on our channel, sir?
What channel is that? But I'm gonna tell you something. That's partially true. See, the reason why at the time you said you would sound like you was there that morning, and then whatever occurred, you end up leaving. And then, like,
so really fast, go Professor. I just wanted to add that you know, YouTube
reports it. Like if my YouTube channel was monetized, and that just goes up against what I'm saying. I mean, that goes
cool about that.
Because the reason why is because I feel that within this picture, that picture got around. You know, some people use it as their screensaver to their phone. Some people probably, you know, just shared it on a social media account. And I'm gonna tell you why I say that. How you think we got it? Yeah. How you think we got it? We got it from a social media account. So what that's saying is more than one person shared that photo. And to find Jelani.
So this was a picture that he would always show, and I don't know the date and the time of this photo, but this is something that I had mentioned, that this was circulating around the time that, I mean, when he passed. And it was like, well, was somebody mad that he was with all these white girls? You know what I'm saying? He the only chocolate in the room. Could somebody have gotten upset? They're saying that this is a sundown town, you know. he looked to be the only guy, period. You know, like, who were all of these people? Were these the I mean, because we got to remember that Jelani, this was his first week at school too when he went missing. His mom said he had only been on campus a week. So I didn't know if that was the second week or if that was the week that he had just started, because they was doing online classes. So at what point did everybody link up and meet somewhere? You know, so I don't know, man. Just to go missing right after that, and then the text messages again. I'm a get to that too. It's a lot to this story, but like, yeah, a lot. The Freedom of Information Act is out, but it's a lot. You got to go piece by piece, and right now we at the very beginning. I mean, the beginning as far as leaving a school and going to the dispensary. What happened after that? What do we know about that? It's a lot of stuff I got to go through. I literally saved 200 pages of it, but I can't go through all that right now.
It's killers. You got to look at who those people are. All of them. I want
now
to know.
This is something I wanted to know. Was this supposed to be the day before he went missing?
Yeah, they said that it was the day before or 2 days something before. It was all of those pictures that he.
See, I didn't remember, and I still don't know because I don't know where the proof of it is at. But he might have seen it somewhere. So let's see.
Took that picture. It was a week of him coming up missing.
So this girl right here, Ashlyn Skewer or Skeeter or something.
Yeah, Ashlyn.
Okay, are they saying that this is the same person here?
No, they saying that that's Abby.
So that's the one that was at the dispensary. That picture that I just showed. Let me take it back. And you couldn't see none of that when Jelani was in there. You couldn't see her. You couldn't see that girl. Wait. Let's let it play.
Those girls might have took his phone or got into it with him or had words, and something happened to him in that dispensary. I just feel it because they have a situation. Because I feel that, and the reason why I put back up what you just had, okay, that girl standing right there.
That's what I was trying to get to. See, the picture, what we seen of the dispensary, it didn't even look like that. It looked totally different, but it's the way, the angle that they had, the camera was coming from behind the counter. So we didn't see what was going on there, but I could tell that something was going on. You could see the girl. I'm going to pull it up and then I'll talk about it then. It ain't going to make no sense till I do. Let's keep listening.
Okay, if you go and look, if you look at that picture right there, and then you go and look at the picture that I posted on the thumbnail on the.
Okay, so I noticed on that picture that Jelani has his face mask in his hand. On the footage, he just already had his face mask on the newer footage, but we'll get to it. I didn't see him putting a face mask back on though.
Last live of the people in Hello Beyond. I want y'all to tell me, does that look like the girl? You know what I'm saying? I think that's her. I think that's Abby. And I think that's the reason why Jelani got into the situation. Because I feel that, and the reason.
So that's his opinion. He thinks that that's Abby.
Why I say that? Because Noah put his name out there. Brandon put his name out there. But the guy Viper, we ain't heard nothing from Viper. Yeah. Now match that picture with the other girl with her hair done a little bit now.
But wait a minute, because you were comparing it because of the face mask, correct?
Yes, I was comparing it because of the face mask. And the size of the face, the size of her head, and everything. Then you go look at that picture. That girl that's standing up there, it looked like her. But even if it's not Abby, the thing is, one of those girls might have took his phone or got into it with him or had words, and something happened to him in that dispensary. I just feel it because they haven't proved him coming out. If they prove, and they've heard enough of us ask for him coming out of there. So if they not showing us that, then they're holding something back. Maybe something happened in that parking lot. Maybe, they said it was a guy that was standing on the outside of the parking lot when Jelani came in. They said
that is true though. Like, I don't know how he knew that, but it was true though. I mean, because let's pull it up. It's the security guard that is standing out there when Jelani comes out. Wait, let's go back. Yeah, the phone guy. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Because it definitely looks shady right there. So yeah, it was somebody out there when Jelani came out. A lot of somebodies when they start taking all that stuff out.
Jelani came in and came out, as far as Noah said. So what I'm not understanding is, how was his phone thrown out in Bloomington if everything else was found in Peru, a mile away from each other? Yeah, that's it. Now that picture right there, look, the girl all the way to the left. Now, don't that look? Nah, I can't really tell because I look longer, but it looks like the girl that was at the front, the one on the far left. But I can't.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, he's not sure. He's just giving his opinion. Hell, I don't know none of these people. They look the same though. These two girls, they look the same to me.
Can't really tell. It's either, it's not the one with the purple hair at the bottom. I think that's the one to the far left. It kind of looked like her head a little bit, and that looked like her with her hair down, maybe, allegedly. But at the end of the day, I just feel that it was some words. And what made me say that is because Jelani's mom said that Jelani was very outspoken. And when she said that, that was like one of the key words that she threw in, like she did with the Veterans Parkway thing. They want us to be searching in Bloomington. I mean, they want us to be searching in Peru and in LaSalle for him, or Peru for him, but I think he's in LaSalle. And that's just my personal information. I mean, personal alleged opinion. Because of what I got today. They said that they need to be, that she even told the brother of Jelani that they need to go back.
D, I just seen your comment. This is an old video, so I wish Stay Dangerous was coming on, but he hasn't been posting in a long time. So this is just a throwback video that we plan to remember what happened with this footage, and when the security guards Noah and Brandon Monaco interview with Stay Dangerous. So this is actually my interview with Stay Dangerous after that interview. Back in what, 2021? When did I post this video? Let me see. Of course, I can't see nothing I'm looking for right now because we'll just wait. Let's see. Well, it was 2 years ago. Streamed 2 years ago. What's the exact date? That's what I want to see. December 13th, 2021. Wow. Super throwback.
And search to the left of that water down West Street.
Well, I'm not gonna even lie. I thought that too. I'm like, Jelani could be somewhere still alive. Like, but and then they could have took his femur bone out just to make just. Oh my God, what am I doing? What's happening? What the heck? To get the DNA from it. You know, they didn't even have to take his femur out to get no freaking DNA to find out. They sure didn't. And did y'all see, speaking of DNA, Did y'all see that recent murder that they thought was a bear attack? Did y'all hear about that? They thought it was a bear attack. Come to find out, it was a guy that actually unalived this man at a campsite. And guess how they found out that it wasn't a bear attack? They tested a beer can and found out the DNA on a beer can was like a crazy criminal that had been recently released or something like that. But my point is, if when you come up on a crime scene, the proper way to investigate is to test everything that's out there. And they don't do it. They didn't do it in Jelani Day case, and they didn't do it in Javion's case. We found out that it was a vape sitting on the seat when the mom and Bonus dad interviewed with us. They didn't test that vape. Javion allegedly had Black and Mild butts or whatever in the ashtray, which they feel like they was trying to bring home, which is what is also similar with Jelani Day case, because they tried to taint them. So let's taint them by saying, oh, they smoking weed and Black and Milds and vapes and all of this stuff. But also, why didn't they test that vape? Because Black and Mild smokers don't smoke vapes, and vape smokers don't smoke Black and Milds. So it must have been somebody else in the car, is my point. They didn't fingerprint a damn thing. When Carmen went to Jelani's vehicle, when she found it at the yard outside unprotected, license plates in the back car, did those get tagged, bagged, and fingerprinted? No. Money spilled all out in Jelani's car. Did that get bagged, tagged, and fingerprinted? No. So it's a lot they didn't do that could have solved both of these cases by now, is my point. They tested the beer can and found the real killer. And it wasn't a damn bear. Out if that was Jelani's body or not. Yeah. And then, like the pathologist said, they mutilated his body. Basically, they didn't have to do half of the things. I feel like they let his body sit there and decompose before they even said who it was. They let him sit there for weeks, talking about they didn't have a solution and all of that stuff. That's what makes me, and the way that they talk to her, that's what makes me think they're guilty. Because what would be their reason in talking to her that way, being irritated that she's asking questions? Because she wasn't going to lay down like they expected her to and just take their word for it. You know, so I don't know what happened to Jelani, but I know it was foul play. I know he didn't do that to himself, and ain't nobody taking those answers. I don't like to point fingers at nobody, because I wouldn't want that to happen to me, but we know something went down. And if I had to guess, I'm pointing my fingers at law enforcement, the pathologist, everybody that mistreated her, everybody that didn't do their job. Because one thing that I heard Brandon say is basically a camera on every corner, on top of every desk of that place. So there's no way they don't have the footage. I believe they got the footage. They just not gonna show us. But it would have been smart to show them coming in and out. That way you wouldn't have to dispute that part. But I believe they have footage. I know that it's stuff that they just not gonna tell us until it's time to tell us.
I just found out what the mother said. She said that she saw Jelani's car. She went and viewed 4 hours of footage at the Dollar General.
Hold on, let me pause that, because they still ain't showed us nothing. Like I just said, when it's time to show us, it never came time to show us. This is coming from somebody requesting. Hold on, let me pull it back up. Oh, there it is. Yeah, this footage is coming from somebody requesting it through the Freedom of Information Act. This did not get released to the news. It did not come out to ease his mother's mind, body, soul, everything she was going through.
By that exit. Because if you notice, the police, Bloomington police, was searching a whole nother area. And Jelani's mom was in the car on the way to go to the search, and she said that she just got a feeling, and she stopped. And that area where they saw her and the news lady talking at is a strong area for her. So with that being said, I feel that she was on the wrong side. She should have been on the left side because they don't have his car at that BP gas station in LaSalle passing by. So what they said is they went down a side dirt road or a side street and took him there and then put his car somewhere else. And they are not the people who took the license plates off the car. In my alleged opinion, I feel that the person who found the car to joyride in the car is the person who took the license plates off the car. And the reason why I say,
and I totally forgot about that part, like him feeling like somebody was joyriding in the car and all of that kind of stuff and maybe dumped it. You know, we don't know, but it's a possibility. I mean, according to the cops, they don't know either. So how did the car get there? Who knew to stick the car there? Was it really a black person that was driving the car? I don't know, you know, but it was something about the BP. And Carmen did go to the dollar store and watch a lot of the footage and seen his car going by the dollar store, I think, or the Dollar Tree or something.
the information that I got from the person that I'm interviewing today is that when they went to that gas station, after she told the cops what they said, the cops wanted to see how valuable their information was. So they went to the gas station to view the cameras to see if that car was actually behind them, like they said. And I don't think these two women are gonna make up what they said. Both of them are older people. They don't really want to be on camera. They don't really have any ulterior motive. So when she told me what she told me, she said the cops called her back and said, well, your information doesn't seem to stick because we did not see Jelani's car going down that street.
So they didn't. Okay, so they didn't find it valid. They didn't find it valid, but it's definitely a report about it here.
So in other words, that made them look like they wasn't credible. So if somebody say the laws went in there and they viewed the camera and they took that portion of it, and then they came back and told those people, hey, you didn't see that because we didn't see it. And the thing is, the lady said straight up, she said that the car had to come from a side direction or a side street to get to where they were because the car was behind them. And she said the car pulled up on side of them like he wanted them to see him driving. And what that led me to believe, we back at the hood. This dude was in a nice car he found. He joyriding it. He called his partners and said, y'all meet me at the BP gas station. I'm finna come pick y'all up. But when he seen that car, he paused because he didn't expect no other cars to be on the road. So he paused.
Wait, 1 minute. Just Star, I see that you sent me something. Can you send it to this IG page? The Make This Go Viral TV.
Boy, stupid person. And I don't want to give them no bunch of credit. I'm gonna just say they were smart, stupid. For the simple fact, they spread all of the evidence out and then tried to come back and tell his mom that he did it to himself. So this man took his car, took his license plates off, he took his clothes off, jumped in the water, drowned himself. And what the one thing people don't understand is the most hardest, to talk about a little bit about suicide. It's easy to put a gun to your head.
We can't talk like that. Hold on.
I feel that he had words with somebody at that dispensary, one of the females, and one of the males.
Now, see, they could have killed that a long time ago, like I was saying. If they would have just showed this footage a long time ago. I mean, if he actually did go walking. Now, the other part that I like I said, I found kind of odd is that he just sat out there for a good three minutes before he pulled off. I could assume that he fired up. You know, remember they said it was a half smoked blunt in the ashtray. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, come on though, y'all. How many people do you know go blaze one up, go to a store to buy one. Don't even smoke it all the way. Still in the ashtray for evidence to show that, you know, he did this. He ain't this good doctor y'all think he is, because he smokes. He go. I don't care, man. I be feeling. I feel like, just like with Javion, I feel like somebody could have possibly sent him to get that rope. You see what I'm saying? Like, these people, they are setting it up for the investigation. Nobody believes that. Even seeing this footage, I'm still in my mind, I'm like, I don't know if this is all the footage. Like, I don't know if they clipped out something in this footage. You know what I'm saying? I don't. What can you trust after seeing how his mother been treated?
Which, this is why I heard, and it doesn't make sense for people out there to lie.
Because one thing I do believe too, I mean, yeah, they can go in and add updates and all of this stuff. Carmen has done a lot of interviews, and she said a lot of things that she wasn't pleased with, and a lot of things they didn't do. They could have went in there and added stuff, but you know what I'm saying, as they do their investigations. I mean, I don't know how that whole process works. You know, I'm sure they can go back in and add more things. We know they can redact, right? So I mean, what do we believe? I don't know. This 3 years later, we just now getting this footage because somebody paid for the freedom of information.
Said that Mike,
and it sounds like it's somebody that, I mean, honestly, the person that released this Freedom of Information Act also had typed something, and I'm like, wait a minute, okay. So, and then I went back. I just happened to be going through my videos and seeing where Carmen was going in on this daily person, and come to find out, this is the same person that's posting the Freedom of Information Act. And he posted a letter saying that why he decided to post it. I can't find the screenshot because I accidentally deleted a whole bunch of stuff. I probably needed to, but I'm looking for it because I was like, wait a minute, what? Now, I had mentioned that, remember, it was said, you know, this whole day, Jelani got up and got started early. He was supposed to be meeting Kara Boyster at the school, or she had told Carmen that he was supposed to be doing something for her. So let me go to that. Now, the time that's on these messages is in UTC time. And according to this person, they said UTM time, Coordinated Universal Time, which is 5 hours ahead of Central Time. I don't know. I had to look that up myself. But according to the calls, Jelani calls Kara, is outgoing. It went unanswered. And then Kara, I guess she texts, I can't talk right now, but I can call you in about 35, 40 minutes. Jelani said, yes, ma'am. So very respectable. You know what I'm saying? Then there was an incoming call. Kara calls Jelani incoming. And then it says Jelani must have sent Kara a copy of his TB results after their phone call. Kara then texts, I can't read TB results. Did you have the 2-step done? It's 4 appointments. Looks like you did the 1-step, 2 appointments. Also, Castle Branch is going to reject what you have in there because you can see OT. Oh, because you can see it. So also Castle Branch is going to reject what you have in there because you can see it. I don't know what she talking about. Hold on. And then it says, so if you go to the health center in the morning, now this is setting it up for what he's supposed to be doing that he came missing from, right? This is what his professor, well, actually, Kara Boyster is the director of the school, the program that he was in. So she says, so if you go to the health center in the morning and start the second step and show me, then you can see your 3 o'clock patient. Now, just so happened, out of all the schooling he's taking, he's about to see his first patient at 3 o'clock if he get this TB stuff done. So says, are you prepped and ready for that patient? If you don't start the second step, you are non-compliant and you can't start clinicals, or you can't start clinic tomorrow. Jelani said, yes, I can do that in the morning. And then that is when he goes to the school in the morning. And I think I got that in here. Or do I? Yeah, I think I do. Yeah. So this is him coming into the school and then leaving. Okay. So make sense. This whole conversation, he been spending all these years in college, right? For this moment. And this moment is the moment that he decides to just blow everything off and from here drive to a dispensary. Drive to a dispensary. This is his last final moments. And later found 11 days later in the Illinois River. And we supposed to take this last moment. Oh yeah, he was ready to go. We could tell because he went to the dispensary and bought a blunt. That tells us everything we need to know. He was so stressed out because of this conversation. He was ready to give it all up. So he made these moves and unalived himself. This is all we have of his final moments before they find him. Not him, but a unknown body that was so freaking destroyed that not even his mother would be able to recognize him. Bullshit. It's a lot of lies in all of this. I don't know where they at. It's a lot of covering up with this, but we know dang on well that Jelani didn't do this to himself. He really didn't. Do anybody want to call in? I'm gonna put up the call-in number if anybody want to call in, talk about what we went over here today. Yeah. It's a lot, y'all. It's a lot. It don't make sense. It will never make sense. Shout out to Journey. It will never make sense. They can't even make this make sense, man. All of this to cover up. All of this. Like, so the person that went and got this Freedom of Information Act is not a friend of Carmen's. He's not. In one of my last videos, she was going off about this Daily person and she was crying. She was very upset, saying, contact me if you got something to say. You want to talk about Jelani or whatever. And I had that put up, but I have since lost it. Wait, let me see. I'm not gonna play it, but what I can do is attach that to this live stream so y'all can watch it. But this person, that's why I got to be careful with this Freedom of Information Act, because I'm not the one that requested it. I don't know what's what. I don't know if they redacted it or if the person is redacting stuff. I don't know, y'all. But I know Jelani didn't do this to herself, though. And it's just so sad how they destroyed his body. Jawbone sawed, femur bone missing, and teeth and eyes, and I mean every dang on thing. And in the midst of all of this, I had ran across, because I was looking at old stuff, and I had ran across a post that Carmen had put out saying that this is not a organ thing. Nothing was missing, that she know of. I remember seeing her say that she know of, like at the end of that, because she didn't want it to be that. She wanted a full investigation. She didn't want assumptions and all of that stuff. So she was just like not wanting to hear any of that kind of stuff in the beginning. But it's looking like that's what it was, man. I feel like somebody made a lot of money off of Jelani that day. And we can't come up with a reason why this would have happened to him besides some triple K people, and it could still be that. And that's a whole organization. They, somebody maybe needed something. The fact that Kara threw in that he's a match for his father is what makes me feel like, that must have been important to say that. And Carmen's still trying to figure out how does she know that, because Jelani wasn't the type that would just share that kind of information with someone unless he was really close to them about his father. That was very that was top-notch information that only he would talk to his family about. So she's just trying to figure out how does she know that. So one of the things I mentioned is that let me see. Hold on. So I had screenshot a couple things that Carmen. Hold on, y'all. So on October 9th, she had wrote this, like she wrote this, Carmen did. She said, I've been blocking out days, and that's really not a good thing to do. But that's how I cope at some times. She said, I intentionally was trying to forget today, but my mind wouldn't allow me to. I got dressed, and something about today was just bothering me, but I kept going about my morning. Then I got in my car and seen the date, and I lost it. 3 years ago today was the day that I sat in a room and stared at that casket. 3 years ago today, I had all 5 of my kids in one room with me for the very last time. 3 years ago, I didn't have a clue why I had to sit in that front row. And 3 years later, I still don't. I see all the stuff I see all the stuff being posted. I see the comments. I see the sincere inquiries. I see the obsessed speculators that think this is some episode of a movie. all while forgetting that Jelani Day was a real person that is loved and missed dearly by me and his siblings and his family, friends, and strangers. It's okay. Because I have to tell myself that all things work together and I need all the help. Because I really need to know what happened to Jelani. I'm struggling all the time, but I shake myself and I get myself together and I focus on other things, but I need answers. I wouldn't wish that front row on nobody. And for those reading this that have sat in that front row, hold on, because of course, God dang it. Hold on. I had to split it, y'all. That I've sat in that front row. I wouldn't wish this on nobody. Hold on. Okay. I wouldn't wish that front row on nobody. And for those reading this that have sat in the front row looking at your child in a pretty box, I wish you didn't have to do that, because this pain is constant. I don't know what it'll feel like when I get the answers I seek, but God prepare me. 3 years may be a long time for y'all, but this feels like it was there today. And I don't want to be there. I miss my baby. What happened to Jelani? Hashtag. What happened to Jelani? Hashtag. Justice for Jelani. Hashtag. I will have answers and peace. Justice for Jelani. And we going to keep at it like we've been doing since 2021, because we love Jelani and we love Carmen and their family. And we all know what it is, man. This is just showing us how well they can cover up, allegedly. But anytime the people that you seek your answers from give you nothing but attitude and grief, yell at you, scream at you, and treat you like crap, what else are you to think? What other conclusion are we to draw but what's in our face? So I'm going to end it on that note. I thank y'all so much for hanging out for these 2 hours and 7 minutes and 17 seconds. We're going to keep going. We got a lot of stuff to go over concerning Jelani, and we want justice. We want justice, man. He deserves it. And also I see that she's also partnered with Blue Cross, or let me see, it was something that she was excited about. So save the date, November 9th, 2024. Exciting update. We are pleased to announce the Jelani Day Foundation has partnered with Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois to provide Thanksgiving food boxes for families, and also with the Vermilion County Health Department and Jewel Osco to offer on-site influenza, pneumonia, COVID, and RSV vaccination immunity at no cost. If you have an insurance card, please bring your card. This initiation recognizes the considerable difficulties many families encounter, particularly during the holiday season. Its purpose is to ease some of these challenges and to enhance the holiday experience for deserving households. So that's very nice that she is reaching back into the community and helping people that don't have what they need. And so that is how Jelani is still, his name is still ringing on. His memory is still here, and it'll forever be here through that foundation. Please subscribe and press that notification bell and thumbs up. Please. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. For sharing. For sharing. For sharing me. Thank you. And also, I wanted to say, check out the playlist. The video that I was just playing was Stay Dangerous. Y'all can catch the rest of that because that was like a 3-hour live stream. You can catch that in the playlist and any other things that you want to follow up with the case. And again, y'all have a great rest of the night. I'm going to get up out of here. And I don't know if I'm going to be back tomorrow or not, but maybe. So until next time, y'all, we out. Welcome in, Mick. Thanks for stopping in and dropping down. Shout out to Baloo. And shout out to my BFF. Thank you, D. Evans. Good seeing you, too. Shout out to my member, Journey in the building. Shout out to Ray Allen. Y'all please check out that full footage video. Yeah, it is, right? Peace and love, y'all. We out.